Skill gems pop, chaos flows. The game of the end, battle of power.
This is not the future I had foreseen.
Boss drop,
His message
will never stop.
she of chilling sorrow. We that fail.
Skill gems pop, you chaos flows. The game of the end, battle of power grows. Run that map, let the loot box drop. Chasing the mirrors will never stop.
Hey guys, it's Misho. I wanted to show you quickly my Shattering Concoction build. Hopefully you like it, right? The difference between Poison Concoction and Shattering is not that big, to be honest. You can respec easily whatever you like. For me, still, this is just personal opinion, Poison is a touch better. But Shattering has definitely some advantages, so it's really whatever you choose. They're both really good. Both are using the interaction with Widow, Hell, and Quiver. I even didn't change my quiver. You can use the same quiver you're using for Poison Concoction. If you played Poison, it's the same thing. Almost everything is the same. We use Widow Hell, however, with 2 sockets, and we add the increased elemental damage because it increases the damage of the concoction as well. And the rings, instead of chaos damage, they include cold damage. Everything else is the same for the rings, just increased cold damage, life, and the rest is resistances. Increased cold damage, life, resistances. For amulet, as usual, projectile skills, life. You can add spirit, crit bonus is great here, and increased maximum energy shield is something I like because we don't have enough increase in on the tree, so it gives us a significant increase of the energy shield, right? There are many useful stats, but the main one is just grab level of all projectile skills, right? Spirit is also very good. The helmet, high energy shield is important. If you can add critical hit chance and life is good. Fix your resistances meanwhile here. The quiver, there are 3 important stats here. Absolutely mandatory level of projectile skills, 2 of those, 2 level of projectile skills. Critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and attack speed in this order are priority. I would say that attack speed is the least priority, although that in the tooltip it will show you the highest number. It will it will use a lot of your concoctions. You can see how quickly I attack, and although that it's really adding a lot of damage, you can run out of concoctions. So maybe you can sacrifice like 10% of your damage if you switch the attack speed here with critical hit chance. But you will actually have a lot higher sustain of your flask. Okay, we went through all of those. Boots, just movement speed, life, and whatever else you can fit in. High evasion rating energy shield. We are using high evasion rating because of this node, and high energy shield helmet because of this note that we actually add to our amulet. This gives us a lot of evasion, and yeah, this note also doubles the evasion of the body armor, which allows us to use acrobatics, which is very good defensive layer. You can see that with acrobatics now I have 79% evasion. This is good. This is I mean, it's not 85 that or 84 I think I had for poison concoction, because we sacrificed a lot, like these notes here and these notes here, but it's still very good. You can see the tooltip is 1,370,000, so when the 3 concoctions hit, they do around 4 million, and this is without curse, without Eye of Winter, without the cold exposure calculated. So yeah, it's a lot more than this, the damage. Okay, the 3 I have put max rock link, mobility's link below. We take the less slow penalty, the movement speed slow while we are using skills. I think it's very good. I definitely don't like this note. I tried it. It's not something that I like a lot. More flask charges gain is something I prefer compared to this. 4 bosses, nothing else really. When we switch to Alchemist Boon instead of Green Feast, we get a lot more charges with this. But it's if you take the this note that you cannot be affected with slows, it's still good. Okay, the 3 here, just let me see. Yeah, one last thing, just take increased attack speed and crit damage bonus on your gloves if you're not using Hand of Wisdom and action. I think that those gloves are very good. Just attack speed, crit damage bonus, life, and whatever resistance you need. Okay, the 3 we as I explained, this is the Ascendancy. We grab those evasion notes. Of course, we travel through the projectiles notes. Those are the most important notes, the quiver effect. We grab the evasion notes here, and you can see that we travel through this elemental damage to get the jewel slots. We travel here to get the jewel slot. We get the close distance increased damage notes here, and critical hit damage. We grab the critical notes here, the Herald here, because we're using Herald of Ice always. The evasion notes as mentioned, here the critical notes, the cold notes here. We divert from our path here just to grab this jewel note here. Those critical notes, of course, the critical note, the jewel here, these critical notes, and we travel to get this evasion and the cold skills here together with this jewel note. So the 3 is I would say pretty spread out, but it grabs a lot of jewels, so it's very useful. And the 5 passive skill here are of the Pathfinder are allowing us to get a lot of jewels, right? Okay, regarding skills, poison concoction, scatter shot, martial tempo, cold infusion, cold mastery. Keep in mind I'm not using you can use ice bite here. It really, you can test it and see how good you feel those. If you're fighting generally in a bit higher distance than 1 meter, let's say 2 or 3 meters, maybe ice bite is better for support instead of close combat. In this case you can remove those points as well and put them maybe travel to this jewel or grab this note here. There you can sacrifice a couple of more points to get additional jewel. Okay, but yeah, the final link here is close combat, but as I mentioned, you can use ice bite, whatever you feel. Hypothermia of the curse with curse effect and cursed ground, just you can put on your second weapon swap the curse effect nodes here, the cast speed nodes here and here, and this curse nodes here. This means the duration will be very, very high. Just don't forget to indicate that the curse skill should be used with with the second weapon swap only. I didn't do that, not sure why. Okay, everything else should be only with first weapon swap. So when you cast the curse, it's with significant effect. Then you can either cast your mark, which gives you freeze build up, considering that the concoction already has 100% more freeze build up. It's this freezes the bosses very, very quickly, and you kill everything else with one shot anyways. Okay. Ghost Dance, one of our defensive layers, very good. Just add fast forward so the charges can be filled in a lot quicker. Precision, without precision I have a like 19% chance to hit, so this increases my damage. Alchemist Boon, as I mentioned, for bosses, just switch it with Green Feast. Why I don't have the spirit now? Oh, because because I have what happened with my setup? Anyways, so just switch Green Feast with Alchemist Boon for bosses. Wind Dancer is by far the most important defensive layer. Blind, Maim, Expanse, and Wind Wave are very, very good support for this. Don't underestimate how good those supports are for this skill, because when you are hit, those supports trigger and you blind the surrounding enemies, which pretty much makes their chance to hit you lower, and you knock them back with this. This increases the range, and of course the maim is just slowing them down. So it's very, very good defensive layer. I would say one of my favorite defensive layers, together with acrobatics, how they work together. Herald of Ice, just for clear, it's very decent together with those nodes here, the Herald nodes. It also gives you decent damage. Green Fist, very good defensive layer for mapping. Okay, this is for the gems. How the build plays out: just cast your curse first, then cast your mark, cast Eye of Winter, and then start Shattering Concoction as fast as possible. And you using the duration while everything I mentioned is activated on a boss, you pretty much destroy it. You will see this in the showcase. But this is how the build works. Of course, for weapons, or for the weapon swap, I'm using blinks just to travel faster. Okay, what else? Nothing major. Blink is just linked with Ingenuity and Second Wind. You can not link Second Wind or whatever. Just whatever you prefer. I like both. Okay, guys, that's it. For maps, just use Shattering Concoction. You don't even have to use Eye of Winter. I very, very rarely use, maybe on a boss, Eye of Winter and Curse. So it's something that you get used to it. The crowd control is very good on this skill, and you will like it for sure. Okay, just let me know if you have any questions, guys. See ya. Bye bye.